Oh, greetings and welcome back once again. This is Imuna. I pray everybody is doing well. We're going to jump right into this real quick and waste no time. We are talking about, what's this? A 90 Day Fiance, Happily Ever After, Sheeda, and Bilal. Okay. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. I breaks it down a little bit different on this side of town, okay? So you're welcome to leave your thoughts and your comments in the comment section below. So, the way that the producers lay stuff out is to give a storyline. And sometimes when it's not that juicy or not much going on, especially for me, something may pass me, but then I'll file it, you know what I mean? And then when something else pops off, we go back to the file. So what just came to my mind on this particular topic is, as everybody's seen, the beef, the meeting, the throwdown, the I'm from San Diego, the I'm not aggressive, but I'll jump in your face coming from the sister here in the glasses, right? Let me just say that now they got my names mixed up. The sister from Trinidad, she handled herself well. But Bilal, I have words. I already spoke my thoughts on the beginning of this, so you might want to go back and check that video. I got words for Bilal, but I'm going to reserve all of that because we're going to go back to episode 1. We are going to go back to episode 1 of 90 Day. Why? This episode was named Catch Up to My Mustard. And it was literally the first thing. Wait, pause, Bilal, not yet. It was literally our introduction. It was our introduction to Bilal and Sheeda. So let us, and Sheeda, right? It's our introduction to them. Let's see one of the first things that is on Bilal's mind in episode 1.
And Sheeda, their name is so similar that I actually avoided talking to Sheeda because of her name initially. But finally, I couldn't resist. One of the things that I absolutely love about Shai is just her drive. She's an entrepreneur. She started her yoga business. She has a will to want more in life.
Oh, Shane, you were here with me.
And we were talking and things were...
Okay, so pause. This is before they even get there. This is before she comes to America, before the whole prank. He's telling you why he likes her, that she reached out first, all of this good stuff. But, I like the run up and the lead up. So let's continue.
I've been well. And then I was like, I have to see you. I have to see you in person. And that's when I made plans to visit her. The one and only. Seeing her, it was really great. She's very shy when she doesn't know you. Sometimes an uncomfortable shyness.
So the personality of Sheeda is that she's not overtly aggressive, especially that she doesn't know you. This is good because we want to know, like, who's the aggressor. I saw a review. It's like, I don't want to blame everybody. But if you have a confrontation or if you have some type of beef, it has to be somebody who's going to initiate it, the aggressor, and there's going to be a response because we're talking about conflict, right? And conflict resolution, which he claims he's really interested in. So let's continue to listen. His observations.
Being shy. Stop being shy. But the beauty of her is as she starts to be around you much more, than she starts to open up. I spent 7 days in Trinidad, so we only spent actually 7 days together physically before we decided that, okay, this is official. I always kind of had, like, in the back of my mind an idea perhaps that...
Okay, so the way he's describing their relationship, it doesn't seem like any red flags yet.
Hey, if she's what I think she is, I'm going to bring a ring just in case. And just in case did come to pass. She said yes, and we applied for the K1.
So when he met her online, they have mutual friends. He visits her for 7 days. He, quote, just in case brings a ring, and everything is everything, right?
Visa, so that we can start our lives here in America as soon as possible.
I'll be coming to Kansas City, Missouri. Spend the rest of my life with you.
A couple of months after I visited Trinidad and Tobago, COVID-19 took over the world. So I have not physically seen Sheeda close to 2 years now. I have some...
Okay, I want to pause because this is the part I was trying to get to. I just wanted the lead up. Okay, so we're only in 9 minutes and 55 seconds into the new episode. Okay, and they gave us their backstory and all of this good stuff in the very kitchen that the offense has taken place between Sheeda and Sheida. In the very kitchen, the ex-wife is standing there, right? And she's having this conversation with Bilal about Sheida. Now let's listen.
Big news. So remember Sheida?
Yes.
And it's been a long process waiting for the visa, but we finally got everything. And she's going to be coming in town this weekend.
This weekend? I knew a little bit about Sheida, but I really don't know too much about Bilal's dating life. If she leaves the socks on the floor,
there's going to be some issues.
She going to be out?
She might have to sleep on the couch.
So they are saying that they're good friends, even though they didn't work out in a marriage, and they're having this conversation, and she's pretending to be supportive of him. But let's continue.
You know, I am meticulous a little bit. I am a little OCD.
Yes,
a little bit.
You are crazy.
Yeah, crazy good though. Crazy is not always bad.
Okay. I'm not surprised that it's taken Bilal 7 years to find love again. Bilal's very picky, and I wish them luck.
Sarcastic laugh. I wish them luck. Laughs, right? She realizes that he's not the type of person who's just going to jump into something. She's not surprised that it took him a whole 7 years, right? He didn't rush into anything, and she's aware of this until
obviously she'll be, at the house with the children. I definitely want to make sure that we just on the same page.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. So, do you feel comfortable enough to where you would marry this woman tomorrow?
Yeah, we actually, had, our nikah, spiritual union.
Okay.
There are a couple of things within our religion that we do not do. Like, we don't have sexual relationships before we get married. So Sheida and I thought that it would be best to have a nikah. It's like a marriage, it's a spiritual union. Now, we're not married under the laws of the United States, but under the eyes of God, we are married. So she can live at my home.
So the ex-wife is seeing this, and she's learning supposedly all of this information as the camera crew is videoing, and she's like, oh, okay, this is going somewhere. He said he'll marry. He doesn't seem like he has any reservations at this point. Okay. He seems like seems like she's coming around poking holes now. Now it's like, wait a minute. Y'all went this far. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait, I didn't check my sound levels, y'all. Let me check my sound levels. It should be good. It should be good.
I know you be on Facebook flexing and all that other stuff.
I really don't.
Yeah, you really
Not
do.
so much.
So do you think, or do you know, or are you sure? Does she really love you for you? Because, we know you got your money.
Here she comes planting the seeds of doubt, right? Up until this point, he's good. It took him how many years? 2 years to 7 years to find somebody, 2 years of waiting. And when she hears that how far their relationship has progressed, here comes Sheeda planting seeds of doubt to see whether or not she wants him for who he is and not for the money. So the first person, he's concerned about the money, but it seems like the ex-wife is even more concerned about the money.
You drive a little Mercedes, and
why gotta be a little?
What I'm saying is women could be blinded by the lights, the glitz, and the glamour of what you think you have.
Even though you think I stunt, I really don't. The funny thing is, I purposely don't show what I have.
Are you serious?
She's never seen my house. She
doesn't know what she's about to be living at?
No, she doesn't see, even when we video chat, you're looking at a wall. I've never shown her some material things related to my success, because I wanted to see if she was really.
So this Sheeda is already looking like, she has the ability to stir the pot, right? Even though he's saying, I took precautions. This is not what this is about. I tested the water. She's still planting, and she's the mother of his children. So she has access to his mind in certain ways, right?
In it for me, not just what I have. Unfortunately, there are some people who they would consider gold diggers out there. And there's a lot of things that we still don't know about each other. You want somebody to love you or be with you for you, versus in what you have.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. That's
pretty cool, though.
That's a good little game to play, but you crazy for that one. Is she gonna sign a prenup? Or are you gonna be protected?
Okay, so the person because right now, remember the beef in the conversation was about the prenup. It was about how Sheeda, that's her name, felt the way that she could come into the house. Let me double check this thing, that she can put forth her agenda, right, in the very same kitchen, that she can pressure her into this prenup. So you see that some of this information is coming from her, and Bilal is permissive about it. But hold on one second. Let me just play a little break while I double check. Now this thing is, I don't know why this thing keep freezing up on me. Hold on one second.
Protecting your assets.
I think
when she said it, he's biting his top and bottom lips, indicating that this is possibly a uncomfortable topic, but he's allowing her to broach the topic, and he's going to be considering. I'm going to check my levels here. He's considering what it is she's saying. So when she comes to that said kitchen, when Sheeda is presenting opposition to what he's trying to do, when he slaps the prenup on her, that he already gives, we can surmise that he already gives the he already gives the ex-wife the nod. You feel me? Because before Sheeda even gets there, the ex-wife is in the Kool-Aid. Okay. But let's continue. I know we probably already know.
I think it's important to have in place.
Yeah.
There are certain things that I want to be able to protect, for the kids.
Yeah.
So you don't even marry somebody for a couple of months, and next thing you know, they got half of everything that you have, and they never helped build what you have.
I don't know if she's using him for money. I've never sat down and had a conversation with her. But I stand for my kids and just for their protection. And so in the end, I just hope that he puts his paperwork in to protect his assets as well as the kids too. You need to have this in place because you think you know somebody, but you really don't.
Yeah.
Yikes.
So when Sheeda says that she came in with energy, she already has the energy in the beginning, in the very first episode. He's aware, hey, I'm going to need to put this in place. But the same energy she came to her with in the kitchen, she had that episode since episode 1. So now by the time we get to episode 12, let's go ahead and jump over to episode 12 and take a look at how she approaches her. So Sheeda, what's her name? They're confusing me, right? New and X. I'm going to just call him New and X. She's well aware. She's feeling the energy. Sometimes we are like, oh, I didn't say anything to you. I didn't do anything wrong. But the energy that we have been ruminating on, the thought process that we come with, you don't have to, quote, say it. People feel it. Wait, hold on. So let's go to when she comes to the kitchen before we get to this fight right here. Hold on one second. So when she comes to the house and she's putting up a resistance, like the song says, putting up a resistance. She does not sure about signing the paperwork. It's like he had to have communicated that to her because he communicated that to his other family members. So when the ex comes in, she comes in like, I'll handle her. I'll let her know what time it is. And even, she may have taken that shyness or that docileness that Sheeda exhibits as, oh, I can punk her because I'm from the Diego. But she got the wrong one. She got the wrong one. But pause. I'm letting this thing play through so that I can get to the confrontation so we can see the progression and the buildup. So when she tells her to back up, like, I don't want to get ahead of myself. So let's get to this part right here real quick. Hold on. Wait, let me jump forward. Jabri is another one. I ain't even really go all over. I'm skipping through the episode. Hold on one second. Jabri was doing the most. One thing I don't like on this Discovery Plus, even if you watch the episode before, you got to skip through. They're going to make sure you watch these skip ads, these commercials. Do. Let me know so far if you are like, nah, you reaching, or yeah, you can see how and why, the situation, and she still feels like she did nothing wrong. You can protect your children, you can protect and all of that, but you don't have to come at the person as if they showed you that they had ill intent. It's one thing if she arrived with ill intent. It's another thing for you to be projecting this ill intent onto her and then accusing her as if she did something that warrants this. Even Bilal, everybody was like he gaslights. He does. He plays. They call it hide your stick. Hit your stick and lick a bush, right? So you the one who's riling people up and then pretending like you ain't doing nothing. That's the energy I get from Bilal. Well, hold on. Let's wait. Oh, sparkles. Hold on. That's the sparkle scene. It's like 50 umpteen commercials, man. Come on. Hold on one second. Do. These commercials are long, no? Do. Sparkles. This one is season 9, episode 12, different expectations. And she's always trying to play, the ex is always trying to play Sheeda, like downplay her, like you not nobody, you don't got nothing. What he has is valuable. I don't kind of like that vibration. You know what I mean? Because if that be the case, then why did your ex-husband go for her? Why didn't he go for somebody who had something so that this wouldn't be a question? You know what I mean? So people like to take you from places or woo you from places and then pretend as though, my goodness, how many commercials are they gonna run? So pretend as though you're the gold digger, but why would you want somebody when you have that level of a vantage point over them? Only so that you can say, I have an advantage over you. So it's a power play oftentimes, even though she reached out to him, if he felt that she wasn't on his level and that she wasn't on equal standing coming to the relationship, then he should have found somebody who was. So that wouldn't be a question of her wanting your money in your mind. But you also, okay, wait, hold on. Oh, come on. I had the other one queued up, but I didn't have this one queued up. Oh, here we go. Doo-doo. Oh, come on. And the way he pouts when he doesn't get his way, it's just not a good look. Bilal, and his mother coddles him to a certain degree. It all around, the sister, everybody. Sheeda has her. Is that her name? She has a work cut out for her. She certainly does. One more second. Sorry for the delay. This is like 50 umpteen commercials here on Discovery Plus. We're almost there. I want to get to the confrontation, and then it's going to lead us up to what's going on right now. Father, help us. I thought I should have found the clip on YouTube, no? One second. And my computer's freezing up, so I don't even want to mess with it. Benny and Ari. That's not who I'm looking for. Oh, man. They're stressing me. They gave me one more commercial. I'm going to have to go over to YouTube to see if I could find that short clip. We're not doing this. Hold on one second. Hold on. Let me jump over here. Right. Wait, no. Yeah, here. They gave us the short clip. Okay.
I do feel a type of way in regards to Bilal not setting up a meeting with us early on when she first came. I think.
So wait, she first came. Remember when she first came and they went to the mosque? Hey, what's going on, Judah? And she was interested in talking to her. She was open to her, and sis was just like, she kind of just played her like whatever. So now she's upset that Bilal doesn't set this meeting up, but she sets up a meeting herself, not to say how you've been adjusting, how are things here, what's going on with you. That's not what she comes over for. She comes over with an agenda.
That's very important because she needs to understand where I fit at in the dynamics of everything. So I know that there has been some talk.
Listen to how she talks. She needs to understand. Lady, somebody's coming to your country. This is a new person. You people are supposed to open up the doors and welcome them in and show them the ropes, not trying to put somebody in their place who's a visitor, somebody who's new, not even a visitor. They're moving to where you are. So, the whole welcome mat,
In regards to a prenup agreement.
So the first time you come over to people them house, right? Not, hello, how you doing? Like I said before, the first time you come over to people's house, you going straight for a prenup.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it may not be my place to speak on it.
Right there's where the conversation should have been over. Sheeda should have been like, nah, it is not your place, but thank you for coming. What kind of tea would you like?
I'm coming from a place of protecting my kids' assets and the generational wealth, that he has. I have to know that, you're not here for just what he has.
Wouldn't you have found that out if you had came around? If you didn't diss her? So Sheeda is looking like, okay.
Well, I have a life in Trinidad. I'm very known in my community.
Mm-hmm.
I had my own yoga studio. Just Google me, you'll see a lot of things that come up, was in newspapers.
Mm-hmm.
So me trying to get what he has nothing to do with that. But I understand you have concerns from a mother protecting your children.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do.
She was very diplomatic with it. She wasn't aggressive. She didn't attack her. She didn't call her names. She took a sip of her tea and she handled it well. But that wasn't enough for the ex-wife. It wasn't enough. She's basically said, I heard you. I understand your concerns. They're valid. But she didn't think she's not reading the room. She continues.
I don't know how well you know Bilal or how long you've known him, but I know it isn't 10 years or 15 years of putting in,
So why is she continuing when she said, I heard you, unless you came to use your energy to bully her, right? She was like conversation done. Even you just said it may not be your place. Then you overstep. So when you see the person heard you, you drop the bug in the air, you reel back. But no, not Diego, not Diego.
That you see that he has produced. Mm-hmm. And so, the kids have been here. I have been here. So I'm coming from that point of view where he needs to protect himself.
She said the kids have been here. I have been here. Haven't you remarried? So what you got to do with this? I thought this was a bit about the children. If you wanted to claim, why did you leave? Why did you vacate the spot, sis?
And for the children's sake.
Yeah. Well, I think that's a conversation Bill and I definitely need to have. And I think we haven't reached an agreement when it comes to that.
Okay.
Again, so diplomatic. Man, this Trini, man, she is stepping, because Trinis can be really hot-tempered. She is even-tempered in this space, right? She handled the pressure very well. She just redirected her once again. I've heard you. She never yelled. She never screamed. Even though this is what makes me feel as though Bilal sent her in. He sent her in. He gave her the nod. And why do we think that? Because later on, when they have this quote-unquote meeting, because he was trying to manipulate her into signing as if the only person who had something of value to bring was him and not her, that kind of shows you what they think of her, which is why I feel like I see why she could have felt offended. You understand? Even if you signed the prenup. I was rewatching the Family of Chantel. They did the same thing to Pedro, but I have to do another video for that. But let's continue.
I think I ruffled her feathers a little bit, but I didn't.
So when Home Skillet said that she didn't do anything wrong and she does nothing to apologize for, you just said you ruffled her feathers. And then she came to you and said, I didn't like your approach. You came at me sideways. And then you claim you didn't. And then you proceed to tell her that you'll beat her down because you're from San Diego.
Come here to play games today. It was about letting her know that I stand for my kids.
So you see how people lie? I put something on my social media the other day, like when you came to offend and then pretend like the person shouldn't be offended. You said you didn't come to play any games. You're aware that you probably ruffled her feathers. This is what she's saying, and that she's not playing around. But yet still, when she's like, yo, you came at me, I didn't come at you. We're going to go over that part. Judah says, I would have left due to the disrespect, and he emasculated manner of letting that mess happen. Yeah, but it happened in the house that she's now staying at, right? So it's like she had to, at this point, because he's not standing up for her to a certain degree, she has to stand up for himself because they kind of have a confederacy going on here. I know what it's like to be Sheeda, and it's not a good position, but you're going to have to hold your own. You know what I mean?
So this was not a fun and games day for me. This is a conversation that we need to have.
So you never came to the people in them house. You never asked the lady out for coffee or tea. You never went and ate crumpets. You feel me? But now you over here having a conversation you need to have. Okay, sis.
Are you good? I mean,
yo, that's a question I would ask. Yeah, yo, you good? Like, you done? She felt like she came to ruffle feathers and her feathers got ruffled. You know what I mean? Because the bully doesn't like when they don't feel as though their position kind of threatens you. So even though she feels like she ruffled, Trini didn't make it like, yo, you got me. You got one up on me. She just kept her composure.
It is what it is, I guess, at this point. But I am just praying for everything just to go right for the whole situation.
I feel completely caught off guard. Like, where does this hostility come from?
Right away, she's perceptive. She felt the hostility. The lady said she came with the heat because she didn't come to play. So she felt the hostility. You gave the hostility. And later on, when she calls you on it, you pretend you don't know what she's talking about. People lie. I don't care if you got on head wrap, hijabs, cowboy hats, you know what I'm saying, kippas. People lie when you call them on their madness.
I think it took her by surprise to see a new woman in Bilal's home who is now becoming the woman of the household. I realize that this prenup is big business, but sweetheart, you are lecturing the wrong person.
Okay, pause. So we saw the beginning. It was the ex-wife who came with, even though it was in his mind, she came with the aggressive energy in episode 1. This is like episode 12 or something like that. She came back at her again with the aggressive energy. And so now when we get to this, what happened, the confrontation, I wonder who brought the aggressive energy. Yet again, the ex-wife. So I think this is even more than the prenup. Like she said, seeing a new person in the space that may have Bilal's ears is threatening to her, because up until this point, they're like best friends. They're like best friends. Hold on. Let me get the last part here and then I'm going to wrap this up. They're like best friends. He's like my best friend. She wants to make sure if he's a good father and he takes care of his children, what do you have to worry about? Why are you meddling, my dear? If he already says he has that under wraps and he's going to go ahead and make sure that everybody's secured, how you come into this? Wife, wait. Hold on. So let's go to what just happened. For those who just joined us, welcome to the conversation. So she wants an apology. Time has gone. They're into a new season. Okay. And Sheeda wants an apology. Okay. Because it's still bothering her. She expressed it to Bilal. He's not rectifying the situation. And so they're in a whole new season and she wants an apology because they have to proceed. They have to co-parent. They have to communicate with one another. And she felt disrespected. So let's continue. Okay, don't play no music. Don't play no music.
Today, Sheeda and I were meeting with my ex-wife Sheeda.
Okay, there we go. Sheeda and
the goal is
Sheeda.
for them to be able to work out their differences because my children mean everything to me. So it's very important to make sure that my new wife, my ex-wife, their mother, get along.
Oh, come on. I accidentally turned off the phone. Hold on.
Alone and peace is something that's so important for our entire family.
I am going into this meeting open-minded, and I do look forward to an apology. I just want to put this.
This is her in the car talking to him. He seems, oh man, come on now. My apologies. He seems unwilling to be honest about who's the aggressor in this situation because he looks like he might be a little bit afraid of the ex-wife too.
So important for our entire family.
I am going into this meeting open-minded, and I do look forward to an apology. I just want to put this to rest.
I think peace is a good thing.
Yeah.
On many different reasons.
And I'm praying that I don't have to go through this again. Like, after today, we could squash this. I accept the apology and we move forward.
So she came for an apology. She's like, you offended me. Even at the tell-all, she said the same thing. You offended me. And she's like, I didn't do nothing to you. But we already know you did something to her because you said you came to offend to a certain degree. You did not come to play. So she's aware of that. And she's like, yo, I came for what's mine, which is an apology so we can move forward. He's looking like, I don't know.
For the sake of Bilal and his children, it would be good for Sheeda and I to just, move past this. At the same time, I'm not a second-class citizen. I'm not the second wife. I am the wife.
So basically, she's asserting herself because the reality is Bilal doesn't appear to be the person who's going to cover in her in that way. So that shows you that to a certain degree, she's uncovered in this situation. And for her to say stuff like, I'm not a second-class citizen and that you have to respect me shows that she doesn't feel secure in Bilal's ability or desire to make his ex-wife understand who she is and what this is about. So he brought her into a hostile situation, so to speak.
So I'm not going to be pushed around.
After that incident happened, I met with Sheeda, as you remember.
Sheeda.
Yeah.
He confused. I'm confused. She's like, Sheeda. It's confusing. I ain't even gonna front. Sheeda.
Our names are similar, but she doesn't have my name. Bilal took a very long time to let me know that his ex-wife name was Sheeda. And the first thing I was like, is he some sort of serial name data?
I have a Rolodex of people that I have.
Bilal, we don't want to hear your dry joke. Let's continue.
Dry humor.
Yeah, it's dry. It's dry. It needs some
Anytime
seasoning,
I think
some
about
sazon.
her, I do get upset how she reacted in my kitchen. I felt like she was...
Yo, so the part that got me is when Sheeda, when she keeps saying my kitchen, my house, right? Because this is going to piss the ex-wife off.
Face, abrasive, unkind.
Yeah.
Like just talking about...
Look at him, afraid to say anything, looking down, talking about, yeah.
They're getting me upset. I never did anything to her. Like, I came in this open-minded with a big heart. I was disrespected in my own home. She was very much inquisitive, asking questions. That was none of her concern.
You want to continue?
So what also is she's asserting the my. She's not even saying our home. He's not even correcting her either. Like, it's our kitchen, our home. She's like, my kitchen, my home.
You hold on to it, then you hold on to it. Or you want to grow from it and move on from it.
Oh no. What? They didn't show the beef? Hold on. Come on, don't play games with me, man. Hold on. I thought they was gonna show the kerfuffle. They stressing me today. It's simply
the best when you have fresh.
Wrong. Hold on one second, peoples. shout out to everybody who is moving through the stream. Let me jump over to the other side and see if I can get this exchange, because I just wanted to highlight how people, when they're called on their foolishness, especially bullies, when they're called on their foolishness, all of a sudden they start to backtrack or they go into denial mode. What's the name of the thing? Happily Ever After? Hold on one second. Yeah. Hold on one second. Let's see. If she stays in that situation, the ex will forever be a thumb. I agree with you, Judah. I thought she should have ran, you know what I mean, from the jump. It's a sticky situation that, because the children are still where they're under the mother's jurisdiction, I think he's going to toe the line and always kind of, and if he knows her temperament, which he should, because he's the ex, he's not going to want to confront her.
Ladies, 6 minutes, please.
He's not going to want to confront her. Oh, gosh. The computer does not like me having 50 million tabs open because this is a smaller computer. At first, this was getting the job done, but right now it is doing the absolute most. So let me just narrate. I can't be bothered. So essentially, they go to this dinner. She comes in and they start talking. So Sheeda says the same thing, like, yo, you violated, I didn't appreciate it, and I'm looking for an apology. And homegirl was like, apology? Like, I'm not apologizing. Apologize for what? Right? So then she's like, I didn't come to give no apology. So then the current wife was like, well, if you ain't come to give no apology, we don't have no conversation. So she's like, I don't got no time to be talking to you. So homegirl got in her feelings. She jumped up out the seat, got in her face, and she was like, you don't know where I'm from. She's like, Bilal, get her. Because the wife was like, yo, you came into my kitchen. And she was like, she couldn't say nothing, right? So she was burning. Her ego was cut. She jumped up the chair. She looked like she wanted to fight her. She was like, Bilal, get her. She don't know. I'm from San Diego. I'm from Diego. And she rips off her mic and storms out. And Bilal is pissed. He didn't correct. Bilal starts actually praying, asking the adversary and Satan to go away. And you already know he's about to transfer, because that's what people do when they can't deal with the real problem. And so he transfers his indifference and resentment onto his current wife, and then they go off home. So that's my take on what happened, because I can't with this trying to pull it up. Yo, Judah, it's funny. I'm trying to get it up, but it's like 50 umpteen commercials on this thing. This thing is funny. But as we can see from a whole nother season, she meant to offend, right? And so sometimes you can't ignore when someone is bullying you. You can't ignore when somebody's being disrespectful. You have to know when to speak and not to, because if you continue, then they feel as though their behavior is justified, right? But if you call them on it, there's only one or two things they're going to do. They're going to admit, yo, my apologies, and they're going to humble down, or they're going to double down. And in this situation, she doubled down. Oh, yes. So since Sheeda was like, what type of Muslim woman are you? What type of example are you setting for your daughter? That must have really burnt her. You feel me? That must have really burnt her biscuits. Let me see if I could find a fight over here. So I think overall, she handled herself perfectly. Like, she didn't get out of character. She didn't break character. She held it down. I'm talking about the current wife. She held it down. And Bilal, instead of admitting, you know what, homegirl was out of pocket, Bilal is protecting Bilal. He's protecting his own interests. And that's why I think their relationship. Oh, wait, here we go. I'm going to have to skip through it, but here we go.
No, you're real quick.
I think she's the only one who has emotion.
Real quick.
She got one very nasty.
Real quick. Sheeda and Bilal's ex-wife,
Wait, let me see. She jumped out her chair like this could go left real quick. Hold on. Nothing is working today. Oh, yeah, she got her neck hot. And sometimes you don't have to get out of character to let people know what time it is. You just hold your composure.
Wow. When the truth is revealed, he'll owe me an apology. She will too. For what?
So in the tell-all, she was all like, she thinks that they owe her an apology. Something's wrong with her.
Well-being and his best interests, as well as the kids. Apologizing for what?
So the producer asked her before the meeting, like, do you plan on apologizing? And she's like, apologizing for what? She has a chip on her shoulder. The last time we knew, she's the one who initiated the divorce. She got remarried. I'm not understanding what she has to be upset about. But nonetheless, she's upset, right? And then she's going to take it out on whomever. So she has a bad attitude.
I knew right after that moment.
Right? So, yeah, she didn't plan to apologize.
That she felt disrespected. It's the same.
I was just like standing in the kitchen, like, I don't want her coming back. Like, I was like ready to ban you from my home. It's like, she cannot come back here and behave like that.
Ban me from
My home.
from your home?
Yo, shut. Sheeda said, at that moment, I felt like banning you from my home. And then when she repeated it, yo, the shade is so real. She said, ban me? Here, Sheeda. Yes, from my home. So you know that burnt her. That burnt her up bad.
Shahida's probably thinking.
That burnt her up real bad. Because remember, it's in that same kitchen that she was gaslighting Bilal into the whole situation.
Like, I don't want it to be like bad blood between us. I was looking to get to know you, have a good relationship with you. I was actually hoping for us to like be cordial with each other. Like, I wanted us to be compatible for the sake of the kids. But I just wanted to acknowledge the fact that when you came inside my home, you came with rage, you were not cordial, you were not polite. That's all I want you to like acknowledge it.
The truth is, people
Hold on. Right? So that she was clear. She articulated her issues. She didn't do it with any malice, right? So let's see what happens.
I came here to actually clear the air, but I'm not apologizing for
I'm done.
telling.
I'm literally done.
Bilal, you better.
I wish I could show you their faces. Yeah, yo, I'm gonna put the link in the box so you can see if you have not seen just this scene alone. It will bring joy to your day. So she confronted her, said she wanted an apology. After the lady said, yo, I'm not apologizing, Shaida's face was like, well, I'm done. I'm done. The lady got pissed. So then now she's like, Bilal, you better get her. Because she's like, if we're not apologizing, we're not moving forward, and this conversation is over. Now, this is when the Diego comes out.
Get her, because you know this will get real left.
No, you better
real
get her.
quick.
It's already gone left.
Why is it going left real quick?
It's already gone.
Wait.
Start calling out where they're from.
Southeast Dago will be up in here.
So what? I don't care.
And don't say so. Don't
She says Southeast Diego will be up a thin here. Who says this joint is not funny? How did we get here, Muslim lady? How did we get, like, what's all the prayers doing if you have not, what's going on? Why are you attacking after you already told us that you did not come to pray? You know you ruffled her feathers. You did it with intent. That's what you told the cameraman. Then you doubled down, say, I don't care if I offended you. Not be thinking yourself like, you know what, I could have did this better. I could have I came at you sideways. I acknowledge that now. You know, I could have took a different approach, but this was my concern. You did it intentionally. That means that whatever she has the right to say, yo, Bert, I don't want to talk to you. I'm done. But she feels that she doesn't have any right because in her mind, she's less than. She's a second-class citizen who's trying to get Bilal's money. So she could talk to her anyway. So now she's threatening to deal with her and telling Bilal to get her or else send Southeast Diego would be up in here, okay?
Yeah. So what? I don't care.
and don't say so what because you don't know me.
So homie is like, yo, I don't care. You calling out your set. Where you from, fool? Who cares, right? And so now she's even getting more upset.
You're putting something on me that did not happen.
Now she's saying you put something on me that did not happen. This is what you call an abuser. They know they did it. They acknowledge in the moment that they did it. But once you call them on having done it, They now deny that they did it and make you out to be the liar. Although we have the videotape. That's why I went to the beginning. Why? Because I like proof and evidence. You know how to really get a narc or an abuser? Get it on record. Video, audio. Because they can't deny it. Like, this is you. But it's all on record. And here she is claiming, like, you know what? I didn't do it. So, and it's clear that you're being the aggressor, because here you are wanting to fight her again. She's an abuser. I agree, Judah. She's an abuser. And now let's continue.
On me that did not happen.
She said, you're putting things on me that did not happen. If you were here from the beginning, you saw that it happened, and you saw that Sheeda acknowledged that she did it. Now she over here playing the innocent card, and when homie is like, nah, bro, it's not going to go like that today. Now she over here having a titty fit. A whole entire titty fit on national TV. So now the funny part, which is not so funny, is kind of funny. Bilal is in the corner praying. Instead of putting Sheeda in check, his best friend, he's over here praying, not defending his current wife. He's praying for the Satan to flee.
On me that did not happen. I'm not trying to be a bird.
He said, I seek refuge in Allah for the accursed Satan. Who's he calling Satan? Yo, sir.
I'm not trying to be a bully to you, but you're not going to back me into a corner. You're a bully.
So you can see clearly that he's really afraid of her, because she's like, you know what will happen. So he's afraid of her. So he's going to control the one he feels he has more control over.
Yes, you are bullied. You are bullied, Sheeda.
And
To be honest,
yo, facts. She called it for what it was. She told her that, yo, you're a bully. And that's a fact. Yo, Trini no come for check, no check. Trinidad and Tobago, they ain't come for no check. Okay? She did not come to play games.
Because she don't know me.
You don't know me either, Sheeda.
Brap.
Get her.
No.
Because I will reach across that table and bring you
I don't care. Go ahead. And that's
So what did she do for you to want to reach across the table and wring me out? She said, I will reach across the table and wring you out. What did Sheeda do? Did she lie on you? Did she steal from you? Did she disrespect you when you came to the house? What did she do for you to want to reach across the table and wring her out? Okay, your ex-husband is over playing against Satan. Your homegirl ripped off her microphone and stormed out. I can't. His ex is Satan. That's what he's praying, Judah. I don't know, man. This thing is funny here. So she said, you don't know me. Here, Sheeda. Their names got me all mixed up. Here the Trini. You don't know me either.
you want to conduct yourself as a Muslim woman?
Yes.
Yo, this is the part where it got me. She was like, not only am I pushing back, I'm gonna let you know right now you violating. You're not even conducting yourself as a Muslim woman. You're dressing the part, but you were not really. And she's not even really yelling either.
What you said to your 16-year-old daughter.
Oh, then she went to, what kind of example are you? What kind of example are you for your 16-year-old daughter? You know, so she must go on, and if you was about that life, then be about that life. You know what I mean? Why didn't you be like, what's I can't remember. I'm not even gonna try to remember the name.
That is no example.
after Sheeda leaves,
Okay. Right. So that's the part right there. I don't even want to get into how Bilal is all in his feelings, and he's gonna find a way to blame the new wife, knowing that the problem is him and the existing family unit. But he's gonna find a way to blame her. Let me let Bilal speak. Because Bilal, the fact that you sat there asking Satan to flee, and Satan did flee, so we see he was talking about the ex.
Into my mouth right now, it's just the feeling of how things went. I have no idea what's going to happen now and what to do or anything.
when I spoke to Bilal and Sheeda recently,
some type of way. Try to.
So basically, he said they were cordial, and he didn't know what to say and all this other stuff. He should have said what he needed to say then, but we see that he's pretty much emasculated in the sight of the ex-wife, and she feel like she could do anything she want, when she want, how she want. But with that said, I'm running long here. Thank you for rocking with me. We're going to one day get out of our struggle stream vibration and get back to the real streaming, but you already know the show must go on. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in, and Hold on, I'm gonna have to log in from another place to do this. I want to thank everybody for tuning in and sharing your thoughts. Hold on one second. These shows are my little entertainment, man. They are my little entertainment. So that was that. I shouldn't be laughing. It's not funny, but it is a little bit. It is a little bit funny. Because why did you want to fight the lady? This is what ego looks like. It says destruction, pride comes before a fall. You know what I mean? That's what there's a proverb that talks about pride before a fall. And sometimes people become so prideful that they can't acknowledge the truth that, hey, yes, you know what? I came at you a certain way and I shouldn't have done that. Instead, she wants to pretend as though she's innocent and that Sheeda must bow down when she comes to her town because she's from the Diego. It don't work like that. Definitely, Judah, thanks for coming through. We're going to talk. I have to log in and log out from the other side. So if that's... Oh, no.